All right, if you are able, will you please rise for the presentation of colors by the Kent Metro Honor Guard and the singing of the national anthem by Todd Masala of the Wyoming Department of Public Safety.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, and please be seated. Good evening. Thank you for coming. My name is Dave Koch. I'm the Police and Corrections Academy Director here at GRCC. And I just want to thank you for coming out and supporting our graduates of GRCC's 16th Sheriff's Corrections Academy. Before I get too far along, I'd like to recognize a few people here with us tonight. We have GRCC's Provost, Dr. Sheila Jones, our Associate Dean, Rachel Youngblunt. We have Criminal Justice Department Head, Dr. Linnell Talbert, and Professor Gary Evils. And then I'd also like to thank our instructors who skipped out on us. And as always, my right-hand person, Mrs. Rachel Crapo, for helping put this event together tonight. I'd also like to recognize members of the Cass County, Hillsdale County, Kent County, Ottawa County, and Newaygo County Sheriff's Office command staff for supporting their graduates here tonight. And lastly, I'd like to thank our advisory board members, specifically Kent and Ottawa County, for all of their support throughout the years. Tonight, we'll start off with some words by our provost, Dr. Sheila Jones.
Thank you, Director Koch. It's my pleasure to join all of you this evening. And as you just heard, I know that we are here with members of our Corrections Advisory Board, local county command staff, GRCC criminal justice faculty, and family members of our graduates. I want to thank you for your time and commitment to our students. Our Sheriff's Corrections Academy is a GRCC point of pride. We know that tonight's graduates completed a 160 hours long training program for new local sheriffs new local county sheriff's office jail corrections deputies. All county jail corrections deputies must complete the academy during their first year of employment. The academy training program covers 14 subjects. These include booking and intake, corrections law, cultural diversity, custody and security, defensive tactics, ethics, fire safety, first aid and CPR, interpersonal communications, PREA, prisoner mental health, suicide and behavioral awareness, professionalism, report writing, and stress management. I want to personally congratulate all of tonight's graduates for your dedication, hard work, and perseverance. What you've now achieved has demonstrated your readiness to serve our community and confront what lies ahead as you take the next step in your career. On a personal note, I married into a law enforcement family. My family members serve in several capacities or are retired from doing so on the East Coast. I've learned a great deal from them over the past 20 years, but I also know that they and our students, now graduates, could not have done or cannot do this work without the support, understanding, and encouragement from family and friends. So I want to thank all of the families and guests of our graduates in the room for what you do, and please give them a round of applause. I also know that all of tonight's graduates are currently employed by local sheriff's offices, and specifically, 17 of our graduates work for the Kent County Sheriff's Office, 1 works for the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office, 2 for Newaygo County Sheriff's Office, 1 for Cass, and 1 for Hillsdale County Sheriff's Office. Again, just showing the commitment and dedication of our community to support all of you here too. And I'll close by simply thanking all of you and congratulating you again. And I'm very happy to share again what Director Koch just said about you representing our 16th Corrections Academy. So thank you and best wishes.
All right, thank you, Dr. Jones. Next, we're going to hear from Kent County Sheriff's Office Corrections Captain Brad Lyons.
Thank you, Director Koch. I know there's a handful of people here, most right in the front row, that never thought my name would be behind keynote on anything. I'm very honored to be here tonight. Thank you very much. And as I said, 5 years ago, I would have laughed at any of you if you'd have told me I was going to be speaking at a academy graduation. I'm not going to tell you very much about me. I've sat through plenty of trainings where the person up front gives all the accolades and everything they have behind their name, and I always thought, you already have my attention, you're in the front of the room. So I figure I'm in the front of the room, I have your attention. I won't tell you much about me. I did have 2 wonderful anniversaries within the last week. I celebrated my 23rd year at Kent County as a corrections officer and my 21st year of marriage. That was good for me. Thank you. And I wanted to start this off with a question to everyone. Think back to when you were 13 or 14 years old, and how many of us woke up and said, I dream to be a corrections officer when I grow up? Me neither. Yes. I didn't think that I would get many hand raises. It seems to me this is a career that none of us strive to get into. However, here we are. Here we are, we're corrections officers, and this is a career that takes a strong and faithful person to accomplish and be successful. You guys are entering into a noble career that takes an enormous amount of dedication and sacrifice. My family still hasn't figured out that Christmas isn't always on Christmas, right? And you don't always have time on the weekends. You're going to be sacrificing several T-ball games, recitals, programs, things in your schedule at home that just don't match with your schedule at work. I'm confident that each of you will be able to find that work-life balance that we all strive for. We have an ever-changing industry full of innovation and new ideas, and not the least of which is our training and equipment, which is evident by these corrections academies that we're now graduating. I'll take you back to when I started, back in 2000. I was issued a uniform, a set of handcuffs, and a radio clip. I had to hope that the floor I was going to actually had a radio and that it was charged. That was all the equipment that we were ever issued. And then also we showed up at briefing and the sergeant paired you with an old veteran and said, follow that guy. You then got to the floor you were working on. That guy threw you a set of keys and said, take the one with the whiteout, rookie, it will get you around. literally a key with whiteout paint on it and said, "This one will get you around on a blackjack." That's how we learned corrections 23 years ago. Look how far we've come now. We have 2 weeks of in-house training, 4 weeks of a beautiful academy run by a really good director. That was for you. And then when you come out of here, you join into an FTO program, 6 to 10 weeks of FTO, where we pair you with dedicated corrections professionals who are invested in you and they're interested in your training and your success. They're not interested in seeing you fail. They're interested in seeing you succeed. And we pick these people for those reasons to get you through, point you in the right direction for your careers. You're all coming in at a remarkable time. Start these careers with open minds, learn what you can, ask questions, relate to your partners because you're going to be spending a lot of time with your partners. So relate with them. Take care of each other and take care of the facilities that you work in. Prepare yourself for the peaks and the valleys. Corrections is no different than any other professions. There's highs, there's lows, and there's everything in between. I will leave you only with this. Rely on each other and be dependable because someday somebody is going to rely on you. And as you're new and you enter these jails or facilities where you're going to work, 3 simple keys to Navy success. I saw this posted on a sign. I did not come up with this. It was posted on a sign for me to read. The 3 keys to success are be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you can hold those 3 things and you can rely on each other, I have no doubt that you'll all be very successful corrections officers. Thank you.
A couple weeks ago, I heard that Captain Lyons was going to be speaking. You ever have it where you like choke on your own spit and you start coughing for a while? I had a moment. So each class, we ask for somebody to be the class spokesperson, to talk about their experience in the academy, talk a little bit about the career that they're going into. Usually when I walk into the room and I make this request, I get a lot of awkward looks. People get uncomfortable. They push their chairs back. They often like to nominate each other. But this year was a little bit different. This session was a little bit different. And I really wasn't surprised when this person volunteered based on just a little bit of experience that I had with her. Deputy Monet Evans of the Kent County Sheriff's Office said, "I'd be happy to do it." So Monet, step right up.
All right, you guys, I didn't go to school for communications, okay? My first time. They forced me to do it. So, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Like Director introduced me, my name is Monet Evans. Obviously new to Kent County Corrections Department. And I was forced up here by specifically George, so thank you, George. I apologize in advance for any mutters or stuttering, so here I go. A little bit about me. I'm from California, born and raised. Moved here about 5 years ago, and I think every single instructor asked all of us about 20 times, why did you choose this career? To keep it short and simple, I mean, times are tough. You need a new change, a life change, and Kent County pays. So Kent County pays, but I think we're all here to do the job the right way. So a little bit about me. I'll start off with some appreciation. Thank you to all of our instructors. As Director Koch mentioned, they slacked off and didn't join us here today, but I'll give them a shout out. So throughout this entire process, I want to thank Matt, Cody, and Chaz for our in-house training. And then for our GRCC Academy, instructors Becky, John, Matt, and Joel as well. And thank you, Director Koch. You showed up every day, every morning, so thank you. With all of the modules and physical training that we have been taken through, each of you can only teach, our instructors can teach us only so much. And then it's time for us to take the ropes and take what we've learned and incorporate that into the jail, out onto the floor. So now it's our turn to show you guys what we've learned the right way. Now, this is a career that is life-changing for me and probably for most of my partners here. Our group graduating here today is probably one of the biggest Kent County has seen. And I feel confident that we will all be successful wherever which way our paths will lead us within this career. So, and I think most of us in the academy sitting over here can agree that the experience would not be the same without George. So if you know George, then you know George, right? So For those of you that don't know George, he's been with the county. You worked with as a cadet for 2 years. He's been super helpful to all of us. Just a really, he's one of the youngest, but you wouldn't know by working with him. He's super knowledgeable, super supportive. So thank you, George, for the entire experience that you've given all of us. If you got my back, I got yours. Okay. A couple of more shout outs to my fellow partners here graduating. Amy, to the Kung Fu Super Mama 5. Thank you for being my sparring partner and not kicking my butt. Mr. Patrick Davis over there, who plays a really good fake inmate. Thank you for challenging me. And you should probably take some acting classes because you're really good, Patrick. You're really good. So thank you for that. Kent County, thank you for this amazing opportunity. And I'm grateful to be a part of this department and for the life that I'll be able to provide for me and my family. The last 6 weeks of training, and 4 for some of us, were planned very thoroughly and put together exceptionally by the county. And I think it was put together in a way to prepare us all in the right way to make sure we do our jobs. I'm excited to start this new career and to see where it can take me within my 25 years. I look forward to working with all of you on the side of me here and all of you in front of me here. I'm just excited where I can see myself from years from now. So thank you guys.
All right, next we're going to recognize our Outstanding Performance Award winner. For each session, we ask the class to vote on the classmate that they feel best exhibit the traits of leadership, wisdom, knowledge, class and character, personality. We have plenty of that. Self-motivation and initiative. In short, we kind of ask, like, who would you want to work with if you could pick one person for the next 25 years? For this session, our Outstanding Performance Award winner goes to Deputy Patrick Davis. All right, next we're going to recognize the graduates. So if you'll please rise. File out.
Joshua Allman. Marlena Altwine. Jose Ariano. Ebony Austin. Eric Brown. Austin Carpenter. Sergio Cornejo. Patrick Davis. Tyler Dingman. Monet Evans. Madison Hull. Tony Jimenez. Wyatt Johnson. Chad Lease. Alex Mustert. Brandon Nielsen. Connor Parker. Ethan Roberts. Josh Spangenberg. Amy Straub. George Williams. Corey Wilcott.
Sweaty hands. All right, a few closing comments. Many years ago, in fact, it was about 110 years ago, President Theodore Roosevelt made a call to action that still rings true today. It wasn't intended to be a motivational speech. It wasn't about corrections deputies, but I think it still fits for where we're at and who you are. He said, "It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred with dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, who actually strives to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms and great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows the triumph of high achievement, and at worst, if he fails, knows that he did so daring greatly." You'll have many critics in this career. Some you'll know, some you won't. Some will be from your community, some will be from within your own agency. Always have ears to hear and a willingness to learn and change and improve. But beware of the critic. And for that matter, beware of the cynic. For neither are trying to help you. They don't care as much about what you're trying to do. They just want to pull you down. They aren't in the arena. Or if they are, they're standing off to the side. They'll heckle you from their seats in the bleachers, but they don't want to help. But I don't want to focus on the critics or the cynics. I want to focus on you, the man and the woman who are entering the arena. Hold on to your passion to serve. Stay in the arena no matter how hard it gets. Don't quit. We need you. I'm willing to bet that not too long ago, you sat in an interview, and when somebody asked why you want to be a corrections officer, you said something like, "I want to be a part of a solution," or "I want to make lives better. I want to serve. I want to be part of positive change. I want to help. I want to protect." What you were saying are basically the same thing that Roosevelt was calling you to do. You were saying that you wanted to be in the arena, and you wanted to be the one who strives valiantly, who's willing to come up short again and again, who actually strives to do the good deeds, knows great enthusiasm, great devotion, spends himself or herself in a worthy cause, and with hard work and perseverance can know the triumph of high achievement, or if you fail, at least you will have done it daring greatly. You're a special group of people in more ways than one. You are uniquely positioned at this point in time. As Captain Lyons alluded to, you are the newest and likely the greatest generation of corrections officers. You are entering the arena with greater training and greater understanding and awareness than those that preceded you. You know what you're facing, and you know what you're called to do. In those interviews, you said what you were going to do. Now it's time to go do it. Don't say what you're going to do what you said. Be the solution. Make us better. Serve, change, help, protect. And may you do it while daring greatly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you, class, if you'll rise, I'd like to present to you the graduates of GRCC's 16th Corrections Academy.